Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So last episode we went and started working on a few bits of terraforming down here on our end ocean floor, including getting this little cave here done up as a bit of an example, and starting work on getting this going all the way around the island. And, well, we've made a bit of progress. So as you can see, we've gotten up to the second row here in. Not quite all the way around on that, but we are making quite a bit of progress. But today we have another bit of this project that we need to get going, namely this glass ring around the outside. So while we have plenty of these materials here already, let's actually get these set down so I can stop carrying them around. We do not actually have a whole lot of glass. We need about half a shulker of glass going all the way around for each layer, and we need to bring this up about another 27 layers. So we have a very long way to go. The issue is we only have about 2 shulkers of glass. So that's 4 layers of the 27. So we need a lot of glass. And we have a few ways that we could go get that. So the way we've been doing it right now is we have been going and trading with the villagers, but unfortunately they are not getting us the stuff quite fast enough. We get about half a shulker a day, and yeah, so with 23 more days, that is going to take us a very long time to get all of that glass. Not to mention a absolute ton of emeralds, and unfortunately the raid farm is currently broken. I don't know how it broke, but so we can't use that to get the emeralds. So I've got a bit of a different idea. And that idea is, over here in the redstone pit, we might as well get in something that we are going to have to do eventually anyway, which is get in a smelter. We are definitely going to need one of these. We need something to smelt down the swords we get from the gold farm. And, well, we kind of need glass quickly. And, well, quickest way to get that would be to just mine up a bunch of sand and smelt it down. So we just need to go and figure out a location around here to build that up. So I am going to go figure out where we can put this thing. We are getting kind of crowded, at least at this layer. So maybe we can put it up higher? We haven't really built up all that much at this place. So that is an option. I think we have too many plans going up. I think the shulker farm is going to be way at the top because we don't want them teleporting to anything, or at least way off in the middle of nowhere. But I think the only things we've built up are the wool farm and the storage. And obviously the massive beehive. So I'm going to go pick out a location that we can put our furnace system in. Got a handful of furnaces. Not quite enough for what I want to do, but it will be enough to start. And then I'll be right back. All right. So I've set it upon right over here. Actually, I'm gonna put it right about here-ish, I think. Not sure how big we're going to make this, but I do know got a few blocks here for building stuff around here. Gotten a few things of sand that we can put through this once we actually get it ready. But I'm thinking we're going to do a 16 block furnace. We don't need a huge furnace system. And not quite sure how much higher we're going to go for this. I've got some ideas of what I want to do. Do need to create a path over there so we can get back to our main hub. This actually looks like it's going to be too big. Anyway, we just need to get a bit of an island here set up and get all set for this. So, like, I'm going to need a bit of moss because I believe that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this. Just a mix of grass and moss. Got the grass all set, got a bit of the dirt, and yeah, that looks like a good start. So, I'm going to go get at least the top of this island here set up, get the furnace area marked out, and then I'll be right back. All right, and there we go. I think this should be good for the top of the island. Pretty much just added a layer of moss and grass on top, and left a bit of a hole here for our hopper line. And that's pretty much gonna be right here. We'll put our furnaces on top of that. Just gonna have them sitting here on the ground. Don't know if we're gonna change the inside of this a little bit. Got some ideas of what to do. But we're just gonna have a nice simple hopper line here going all the way around. And I think we're just gonna do 16 furnaces. Should be good. I don't see us doing a whole lot more crafting on this. That is going to need any more than that. But we also need to get all of these hoppers in so that we can get our rail lines in. Because, yeah, that's going to be fun. I've never really built one of these before. Primarily because I've never needed materials in this quantity that needed to be smelted before, but this will be good for future projects. Okay, we are definitely going to need to expand some parts of this island out, because I do eventually want to put a build around this. Nothing much, just something. But I'm gonna go start getting this rail line in, and then I'll be right back. Alright, and now that is as much as we can do for now. We do need to put systems so that these can bounce back, and also something so that they can descend into the island. Because I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to hide all of the input and output stuff in the island itself. So what I'm thinking for that is within the island itself, we're going to put a little cave. And that's going to be where we can drop off our fuel, which is probably going to be coal. We might use some lava, especially for this, just because we have so much sand right now that we need to smelt. And chances are, if we're going to be using this, we are going to be having a lot of stuff to smelt. Most of the time, we can just get away with just using the furnace a few times, or just a single furnace, rather. And we are probably very rarely going to be needing stuff that calls for this much smelting. So we should be able to get away with doing that. And we'll have to test a few things here. We need to get the underside of the island in before we can really get anything else done. We do need to get a system to bounce the rails back. Shouldn't be too hard. Just a couple solid blocks at one end, and then we can figure out our powered rails and how we're going to drop those into the island. So that should work for our input and output system again. We just need to connect them up to where we are eventually going to be having them. And for those, we'll just use chest minecarts just so that we can store more stuff. We are going to need to have stuff to put in an input. Also may have to put a small little lava farm in here if we're going to be using lava for this. But that shouldn't be too hard, especially with how much we're going to have to expand this island. I did kind of try and get a rough outline here of the basic shape that I want, but we may need to adjust that, especially with how much this island is going to need to expand. So, I am going to go work on figuring out where stuff needs to go on this island and getting it all connected up. And then I'll be back once we're ready to start doing a little bit of detailing on this thing. Alright, there we go. As you can see, we've got the rail lines functional. See the input hopper going all the way around, or input minecart going all the way around. It's not really balanced too well with how it's putting in stuff, but it is working. It is filling up the furnaces, and that's what's important. I've been having this try and fill up a bit as it goes, but it looks like I need to stop it every shulker or so just to get it to properly drain, because that is not draining. We do have fuel in here. We've got a full minecart full of lava buckets. Hopefully that'll be enough. Oh, we do something about all that iron over there. Oh well. And we've got it filtering into a shulker. I originally had a double chest here, but I think that having it go into the shulker will be better because then we can transport it out easier. But with this in, we just need to go and do a little bit of terraforming around here. So we need our slabs and stairs and everything else. Now, that way, we can maybe turn this into a little bit of a cave. As you can see, I've already gone and done a little bit of stuff around here. Do kind of want to keep this kind of small like this. I am like this. I was originally thinking of a bigger cave, but I think just doing this will work just fine. Now, I do have some ideas for the top of the island as well. You need a lot more stuff here to do getting this cave in. But we also have to expand the island, and the easiest way to tell how big that has to be would be to start getting in the top section of the island. Because what I want to do for this is I want to make this into a ruined factory. Now I've got a shulker full of bricks that we traded up with the villagers a very, very, very long time ago. Pretty much when we first set up that big trading hall. And I want to take those, and I want to take a bit of terracotta, which I should have down here, and some granite. I think we need more terracotta. And we're going to take those, and we're just going to build ruined factory around that. So our granite and our terracotta are going to be there for kind of ruined bricks. And add a little bit of depth to the whole thing. Pretty much just gonna do a flat square. You need to figure out how exactly we're gonna mix stuff in, and we are definitely gonna need more terracotta. So I'm gonna go get this roughly figured out. Might go and change out this middle section here for some spruce planks or something. Maybe mix in some coarse dirt, make it look overgrown and everything else. But I'm gonna focus mainly on trying to get this wall in and set so that we can get some more details in here. Might put in like a few smokestacks or something. I don't know if we're going to actually make them smoke or not, because it's supposed to be kind of ruined and abandoned. But I'll start with the wall, maybe do some stuff with the floor, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so it's not the prettiest thing in the world. We still have a lot of work to do. We didn't really do anything that affected any of the rail lines, so none of that changed. I do like this floor here where we've got the coarse dirt and the planks. It kind of looks like the plank floor here has kind of disintegrated, and we just tossed up these brick and granite walls here just to kind of block off the rails stuff just a little bit. We may have to go and change those out for actual bricks and stuff so that they blend in a little bit better. But for now, we're just going to leave them as stone. And as you can see, we have been running this thing. These ones don't have any fuel because it ran out. We've already burned through the first bucket of lava for all of these. And as far as I know, we still have quite a bit of sand left. Yeah, we still have a bit of sand left to put in. We do need to go gather up some more lava from down underneath our obsidian there. But as you can see, we already have pretty much... Actually, we do have a shulker of glass. And then some. So... yeah, we're gonna have to go gather up some more lava to get that going and smelt a bit more of our glass. But for now, we have a functional smelter. I say functional, it is barely functional. And as for the outside building here, I'm not overly happy with it. These towers here are a little bit too tall for our smokestacks. But I do like how that one is kind of broken down, and so is that one. I have to do something on like that for that one, but I think for a really, really simple and quick factory thing, it looks okay. Not the greatest. We may have to come back and play around with this a little bit more, try and narrow down what we want for the design, but I think for now, it'll do. It puts something around our farm, unlike so many of the other farms around here. We really need to get more stuff in around here. But that'll be a later project. Now though, I think I am going to go get the rest of that sand smelted up. So with that, that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on with the projects around here and in the rest of this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.